Hello, everyone. My name is Gregory, and this is The View from Out Here. With this channel, I want to talk about my observations about politics and religion, the stuff you don't talk about in polite company. If you lean liberal or progressive, you'll probably feel right at home here, most of the time. If you're a Republican or a conservative, this is just going to piss you off, so you might want to keep scrolling to the next video because you know how you get. I don't want to be one of your problems today. I've maintained an interest in the stuff that I'll be talking about on The View from Out Here since I was in high school. I was on my high school's debate team and I signed my yearbook, Future Presidents. That's where I was headed when I graduated way back in 1970. But then I got high and I realized that I'm not very good at lying. So I changed direction and went to broadcasting school and ended up using that degree for radio and later public access television. I was the public access coordinator for Portland Cable Access in the 90s, and I taught people how to use the medium of television to tell their own stories instead of watching the mainstream media telling their stories through some corporate media lens. While I was there, I wrote a basic instruction manual about the things that I used to teach. It's called Basic Video Production by G.L. Franklin, and it's available now on Amazon. If you want to start your own channel, this little guide will be indispensable. It covers everything that you'll need to know to get started. I'll put a link in the comments for you if you're interested. It's a quick read with lots of useful information, and it's cheap. I also want you to know about another book I wrote about growing up as a gay Catholic orphan. It's a memoir of my childhood called Searching for St Germaine by G.L. Franklin, and it's also available right now at Amazon Books and at my own site, glfranklin.com. I'll leave a link in the comments for that one too. It's a good story. You might want to check it out. I caution you though, there's a chapter in there that contains a bit of graphically adult content and it's pretty bad, but it had to be there in order to tell the story. Anyway, I'm going to start out the view from out here with some essays I wrote over the last 15 years or so for a blog that I had a while back. I'll be going into some history and some observations about elections and voting and some stuff about how we change the language we use to disguise what we mean for political reasons. I have no shortage of opinions. They just keep coming out the woodwork, for crying out loud. I'm not a scholar or anything, but I do like history, and there's a famous quote that I'm sure you've heard a bunch of times. I had to look it up to learn that it is attributed to an American philosopher by the name of George Santayana. He said, "Those who fail to learn history are doomed to repeat it." You're going to see a lot of that in these essays. Right now, there's a small handful of Adolf Hitlers coming to power in different countries around the world. You have your Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un and Benjamin Netanyahu and Xi Jinping. They come to mind. What we're seeing happen in these countries can be seen in history leading up to Adolf Hitler assuming control of Germany and proceeding to slaughter 6 million Jews and triggering World War II. The signs are all there. Anyway, if any of that sounds interesting to you, you might want to like and subscribe. I hope that you'll follow along for this journey, but even if you don't, I want to thank you for hanging with me so far. My plan is to post a new episode about every week or so, and I'll do my best to give you something to think about. Meanwhile, much love.